the Black Cross, Super Kerubs, Wicked Angels, Missing Symmetrical Characters, and the Tablet of Union. Stated earlier that I have been unable to find in the surviving D and Kelly material any overt references to the four watchtowers as being elemental tablets of fire, water, air, and earth. However, the communicating angels gave every indication that the dynamics and hierarchical structure of the Great Table were, at least in part, elemental in nature. In the communication of Monday, June 25, 1584, the angel F speaks of the virtues of the table, 101st. Generally, this table containeth all humane knowledge. Out of it springeth physic, the knowledge of all elemental creatures amongst you. How many kinds there are, and for what use they were created. Those that live in the air, by themselves. Those that live in the waters, by themselves. Those that dwell in the earth, by themselves. The property of the fire which is the secret life of all things. The knowledge, finding and use of metal. The virtues of them. If we look at the four quarters of the Great Table as being the elemental tablets of air, water, earth, and fire, the black cross that separates and joins the tablets would then obviously represent spirit, that quintessential force that binds the four elements together in infinite quantities and ratios to create and sustain the universe, while at the same time keeping the elements separated just enough to retain their identities. This push-pull, active-passive nature is a defining characteristic of spirit. Wicked angels, the letters of the Black Cross, are also the key to creating the names of the four wicked, or evil, or malevolent, angels of each subangle. Up to now we've been dealing with angels whose names are representative of complete and balanced statements of the Great Table and its elemental tablets. But during the June 25 session, as the angel Av was expounding on the virtues of the Black Cross, he also introduced D and Kelly to a set of angels that are not complete and balanced angels he referred to as being wicked. The name of an evil angel is a portrait of incompleteness and imbalance supercharged with an injection of the immense power of the Black Cross, a dangerous recipe if there ever was one. Creating it is very simple. Here's how to do it. Remember how we created the name of a cherubic god by prefacing the name of a regular cherub with the letter from the Black Cross occupying the same row? Well, that's almost exactly what we do to create the name of a wicked angel. However, instead of prefacing the four letters of a cherub's name, we preface only the first two letters of the servient angel's name with its neighboring letter from the Black Cross. Perone. Av was particularly concerned that D and Kelly locate the name Perone on the Great Table. The significance of this great angel has not been adequately explored or explained. The name Perone first appeared among the 91 parts of the earth as one of the 3 divine names in the 22nd air. Perone is the divine name of the part of the earth designated as Marmarica. According to Enochian scholar Robin Cousins, in D and Kelly's day, Marmarica was a North African coastal region straddling the Egyptian and Libyan coasts, bounded on the east by the River Nile. Add to this the enigmatic and direful comments I've made concerning the final N in Perone, as far as that N stretcheth in the character, so far shall that country be consumed with fire, and swallowed into hell, as Sodom was for WKDness. The end of all things is even at hand, and the earth must be purified, and delivered to another, 102 a bit later. D presses Av on this. D. I beseech you say somewhat of the N in Paraon, of which you said, so far as that stretched, should sink to hell. Av, every letter in Paraon, is a living fire, but all of one quality and of one creation. But unto N is delivered a vial of destruction, according to that part that he is of Paraon the governor, 103. The four names of the tablet of union Lexof, Komanon, and Tabatum also contain within themselves the four names that appear in pairs on the black cross, names that are very familiar to practicing Enochian magicians, Exop, Hkoma, Nanta, and Bitum. These are the four divine names of the elements that rule the four elemental tablets. These four names are arranged into a table 5 squares wide by 4 squares high. This tablet of union, in its profound simplicity, extracts the essence and hierarchical dynamics of the entire Great Table. The tablet of union is quite literally the Great Table distilled.